YouTube, the world's favourite website.
The penultimate Christmas special, Dan. I am so excited. We are so close to Christmas and our Christmas finale of the year.
Your tinsel's falling down.
It is, isn't
How
it?
close we are.
Yeah. I need to. There we go. That's better.
That is much better.
Yeah. See, we are so close, though, aren't we, to Christmas now? It's crazy. I mean, like how fast it comes round.
Some places have almost, but I think some places now have seen snow.
Yeah. Well, we have. We've seen snow.
Have we?
2 weeks ago, we saw it, didn't we?
I slept through it.
Very wise. Very wise indeed.
Oh, I love it. It's not the snow, it's the ice.
It is, yeah.
That's the bit that gets you.
The icy roads. Steer away.
Although, unless you're watching a series of Ice Road Truckers, I mean...
Different story altogether.
Great show. I couldn't do it, though. Could you?
I wouldn't want to risk it.
I've always wanted to give it a go. But I don't think I could.
Yeah.
Think about it. It's truck driving, but easier. You don't have other road users, roundabouts, or any of those things. You're just driving.
Sounds entertaining nonetheless.
But you just might not make it.
Yeah. You might
That's
see...
literally it. It's like the most risk-free journey ever, but you might die.
But you might see the bearded white guy on the other side. Yeah.
I love how they've added animations to that now. They're like, this is what could happen. Truck goes sink. Like, what? Then it just cuts back to the truck driver.
I can see you've been tuning into festive TV then over the over the holidays.
I can't get enough of it, mate.
Well, you've been tuning into TV. I've been tuning into Christmas movies. And today is no exception, Dan, with what we're talking about. We are talking about the 1984 horror comedy classic, Gremlins.
Now, let me just stop you. Horror comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Just give us a bit more info on that.
All the detail is in the review itself, but I'll just jump in and then we can stop, pause, and chat halfway.
You have to say jump in.
Getting into the Christmas spirit by watching a film I haven't seen since I was a kid, and my memory of it then was a tad foggy. I couldn't remember much about this film, really, so I did kind of go in blind rewatching this as a grown-up. Gremlins is such an original idea for a film, and Joe Dante did an excellent job with his first major movie hit when he directed it. Oh, so here's the synopsis as a reminder for you, Dan. A would-be inventor father makes his way into Chinatown during the Christmas season, looking for something to buy his son, and ventures into a mysterious shop where a Chinese elder shows the inventor a special kind of animal called a mogwai. The inventor ends up stealing the animal off of the counter, and he gifts him to his son, naming the cute little animal Gizmo. You know Gizmo, don't you?
Everyone knows Gizmo.
Everyone knows Gizmo. Three rules come with Gizmo, and they are: keep him away from bright light, keep him away from water, and never feed him after midnight. As you can imagine,
very simple rules. Tom.
Yeah. As you can imagine, though, all three of these rules are broken and chaos ensues. I was struck by how much the Gremlins rampaging through the streets and stores reminded me of the general public when Black Friday Christmas sales are on. You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
A struggle to find a difference between the chaotic little brutes and maniacs attacking each other for discounted TVs on sale.
We've all been there.
Yeah, stop me if you've heard that before, because that is pretty true, isn't it?
That's what we do.
Back to the film at hand, I had a real blast rewatching this, as it is pure 1980s originality, with Spielberg producing a horror comedy balance and practical effects that will knock your Christmas stockings off. By practical comedy horror effects, I mean, there's a scene, for example, where there's this cranky old woman who is, a bit of a local horrible person. You know, she's not she's a cranky old lady. And the Gremlins are knocking on her door, singing Christmas carols, as they do.
Yeah, they do.
And the old lady answers the door. She's terrified by the Gremlins, and she shuts it. She shuts the door in their faces, not knowing that some of the Gremlins have gotten into her house, and they've gone to her electrically charged stair lift.
Yes,
Is it jogging a memory?
Yeah, it's jogged the memory. Yeah.
And they alter the wires on it and like basically short charge it, and she ends up sitting on it, and then she ends up running up the stairs, and then goes straight through a window and dies. So that's like the mix of what kind of horror comedy we're talking about here.
It was funny.
It's
Then
a funny
something
death,
tragic happened.
but something tragic happens. Yeah, exactly. And I just think that's just a pure example of the balance really between them. Seriously, the practical effects of the Gremlins puppetry and when they are in their cocoons is pure sublime slime. That's my little tagline.
Your little way of wording it.
Yep. It's a repetitive thing for me to say, and you've heard me say it recently. I think I said it in my Lost Boys review. But practical effects, full-on prosthetics, puppetry, goo, slime, lighting and steam will always triumph over CGI. Always, in my opinion.
You said it last week, actually. Oh, there's the stairlift scene. There she goes.
Yeah.
She's gone now.
This film is no exception to that. I particularly loved the effect when the gremlin jumped into the swimming pool and began multiplying. I thought that was a really cool effect. The cast are decent enough. Some of the humans are only there for hilarious death scenes, especially the stairlift sequence, which was brilliant. Jerry Goldsmith's musical score for the film was perfect, as it oozes the same devious, chaotic mischief that the titular characters find themselves in. Seriously, if you heard the theme to Gremlins, the music, it sounds just like music personified for the little critters, really. So to close, Gremlins has everything you want in a 1 hour 45-minute horror comedy. A contrast theme of the cute and the ugly.
Good length.
Yeah, very good length, yeah. It's a contrast theme of the cute and the ugly, as well as laughs galore throughout. I don't have plans to watch the sequel in a hurry, considering what I have heard about it, but this 1984 classic sits high on the bars for festive fun flicks. Worth noting, Spielberg even asked the MPAA to change their rating system so that this film could be enjoyed by a larger audience, thus inventing the PG-13 rating.
No.
This film is what is responsible for the PG-13 rating. A little bit of trivia for you.
That I did not know.
Yeah. I mean, originally they were going to rate it to only 15-year-olds and older could go watch it, but I think this is a film that can be enjoyed by lower demographics. Ideally,
I did.
But yeah, people
it's one of those though where Gizmo is your character that all your kids are going to love.
Yeah.
The kids are not going to love the rest.
Exactly.
No.
Yeah, precisely. And but I had a blast revisiting this, Dan. It's a great way to get in the festive season. Funny enough, it was all filmed in the summer, as Christmas films tend to be.
Yep.
So the cast, you can't see their breath when they're out in the snow or anything because it was all fake. It was all fake snow and everything.
Absolutely.
They were filming in LA, in the dead of heat. And they just had to pretend that they were cold, and that's Hollywood, baby. That's Hollywood,
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
But on that note, Dan, I am giving Gremlins 4 stars out of 5.
Nice.
I had a great time revisiting it, and I'd recommend you revisit as well. It's a lot of fun. Not that gruesome, not too violent for you.
No, it's not. No.
Great comedy. And you got cute little Gizmo in there as well, I mean,
Can't go wrong.
I would love Gizmo as a pet, he's just such a cute little guy, and then
I wouldn't trust it. Well, one thing's for certain, you wouldn't be giving him any water, would you?
No, I would not. Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, but between I love the contrast of the cute and the ugly. It's like a Jekyll and Hyde kind of thing, really, isn't it? In this film,
it's like you and Steve.
Pretty much. Which one's which? We'll let the audience decide.
Yeah, I ain't revealing that.
But yeah, I just love the whole concept of that, of the metamorphosis, as it were, from someone turning into a monster. It's a tale as old as time, really, like Beauty and the Beast. And I haven't really got much else I can say on this, Dan. Gremlins, if you haven't seen it, guys, do check it out. It is a Christmas movie. I don't care what anyone says, and that's why it makes it into this month. Just like Die Hard, it's the constant argument. Just because a film is set at Christmas, does it count as a Christmas movie?
Speaking of Die Hard, something went wrong with the programme. We ended up showing Die Hard for a little bit. But we did show Gremlins in the end.
You got to stop doing this, Dan.
It's not me, it's the thing. I don't mean to do it.
Yeah. That's your New Year's resolution.
I thought, God, this looks like Die Hard. Oh, it is Die Hard. Yeah, okay. But hey, it's fine. It's cool. It's Christmas.
Yeah,
Be
it's
nice
Christmas.
To me, for God's
Yeah,
sake.
it's fine. It's fine. Just make sure you don't do it next week, because next week is the Christmas spectacular.
It's the biggie, innit? It's the
Yeah,
biggie.
it's the biggie. And
A little bit of an unwrapping going on camera.
yeah, a bit of an unwrapping as well. And we're actually going to be talking about 2 movies.
How many?
2.
I love that.
Yeah, we're talking about 2 movies. So it's kind of what we did. When did we do that recently? We did that with
End of November.
End of November, didn't we?
Yeah,
we talked about 2 terrible movies. Well, I think we should do this every like last review of the month. We should do 2. 2. Oh, that's not a bad idea, is it?
Don't even need to ask you anymore. You just know how I like it said.
Yeah, but it's not a bad idea. You know, it's a good way to cap off each month, isn't it? It's an idea anyway. Maybe something we can go into in the new year.
I'll let you speak to editorial about that.
Yeah.
Okie dokie then. You know how to find us online. If you want to find us online, you've already found us online. Technically. But we're on another site, Tommy.
So me doing that meant absolutely nothing.
It means something, but what does it mean?
It means follow.
On what, Tommy?
On Letterboxd.
On a bus?
Yeah. Follow us on Letterboxd. Our names should be down there if Dan's done his job right.
I have now.
Good. Larkins95 and Dan Moore Radio. You can't go wrong. Feel free to follow us, abuse us, like our comments, like our reviews on Letterboxd. All the stuff's there, guys.
I'm abused quite a lot, actually.
Yeah, you are, aren't you?
I might share that with you.
Yeah.
All right, what do you mean, yeah, you are? How do you know?
Oh, I know.
Okay.
You just talked me ear off for an hour.
That's true. Right, you have a good one, and we hope you have a great Christmas, enjoying the Gremlins, of course.
Of course, you guys must tune into that film. Absolutely.
And of course, 2
for next week. That's going to be great.
Right.
Merry Christmas, everybody,
Merry
and we'll see you
Christmas.
next week.
Catch you then.
Happy